The stage beckons everyone.
Gotta twist these stories quite a bit to make us look like the good guys.
It was too Renaissance fair, and also it's 90 degrees.
Amazing Technicolor Shit Show.
Well, howdy. This is Amazing Technicolor Shit Show, the podcast about the fumbles and follies of live theater at all levels. I am Trev.
And I'm Al.
And we are rootin' tootin', having a good time over here in the Wild West Rock'em Sock'em podcast sphere.
You bet. We are not usually in a Wild West spirit, but obviously today with our theme, it feels appropriate. Also, it's almost the 4th of July as
Happy
we are
birthday.
recording this, so it does feel like a good time for a heavily Americana episode.
Oh, I thought you were going to say a deeply scathing look at some of our most controversial chapters of American history.
Yes, I would say this is both celebratory and scathing, much like my own opinions.
You every day are both celebratory and scathing.
Yeah.
I do have a scathing review of of the theater system. An update for you, Elle. The part of the story that Elle knows already is that I sent an email pleading with who is it? Universal Studios licensing company that could we please have the rights to adapt the classic Don Knotts movie, The Ghost and Mr. Chicken, for stage.
Yes.
We were told no.
Oh.
They said thanks, but no thanks.
Oh, that sucks.
They said the rights are not available and will never be available. And I asked why, and they said, we do not share our reasoning with outside parties.
Oh, that's so sad.
So as an addendum to all of the topics that we've covered to do with licensing and rights and copyright, and I don't know, some agreement was made decades ago.
Yeah.
And for that reason, they will never be available until it's
Right.
public domain, which, I don't know, will be 60 by that time, I'm sure.
Yeah, interesting. All right, well, good to know that dream has been destroyed. Thanks for that.
On to the next dream.
On to the next.
Places.
Thank you, places.
All right, hold on to your butts and your 10-gallon hats. We're going to dive into the many ways in which
Yeehaw.
theater shaped our nation's understanding of the American West.
Cool.
Long before 1776, European audiences had a strong interest in dramatic exhibitions of exotic peoples and distant lands. In 16th century France, exhibitionists reconstructed indigenous villages as living displays. Right out of the gate, this is super problematic.
Yeah.
But I have so much content to get through that we're going to have to glaze right on over it for now. But
This is just but one of the many atrocities we will talk about today.
we will be back to this topic. More on this type of thing later. In the 18th and 19th centuries, circuses, menageries, and similar exhibitions regularly presented horsemen, indigenous peoples, and frontier customs as spectacles. Just last week, we talked a little bit about medicine shows, which featured entertainment by frontiersmen and indigenous participants, but with the sneaky goal of selling snake oil health products.
Yeah.
Also in the past, we've discussed melodramas, which also appeared before the Civil War, which would also have frontier-type themes, railroad tracks and rescues and that sort of thing.
The mustache
right?
twirling, yes.
The mustache twirling, yeah. This all occurred in melodrama all before the Civil War. So we can already see that the more theatrical version of the American West had already started to develop in the people's eyes, even before the 1850s. But this is where we get to meet a colorful character named Buffalo Bill Cody.
I've heard of him.
I bet everyone's heard of him. He's a big celeb, right? William F. Cody, or Buffalo Bill, as he would later be known, was born in Iowa, and then his family relocated to Kansas, where his father ran a trading post near the Kickapoo Indian Agency.
Oh.
You mentioned the Kickapoo
Yeah.
Indians as part of one of the traveling shows that became really popular. We talked about that last week. But during this time, there was an especially violent struggle regarding slavery going on, known as Bleeding Kansas. When Buffalo Bill was only 11 years old, his abolitionist father was stabbed to death, and Bill had to go to work to support his family.
Oh, my God.
Already an experienced horseman, he got a job delivering messages and eventually became a wagon train driver for the Pony Express by the age of 14.
Wow.
So we can see already by age 14, he's a very experienced horseman. He's driving wagon trains. He's leading people out. He's delivering messages. He's already kind of got this crazy life.
Yeah,
And he's 14.
he's got a lot on his shoulders.
Yeah. And this is all out on the Western frontier,
Yeah.
which is
Oh
sort
my
of
gosh.
famously a dangerous place and a dangerous time to be
Very.
alive. Then he served as a Union Army scout during the Civil War and later for the U.S. 5th Cavalry, taking on dangerous missions and earning the Medal of Honor in 1872 for gallantry.
Wow.
I love that they have medals for things like gallantry.
It's very good. It's a little bit too fancy for a cowboy.
Yeah, well, very gallant, He's
Very
a real
gallant.
hero, obviously. It is at this point in the story that Buffalo Bill Cody did what everyone we talk about in this podcast does. He turned to the theater. He
It called to him.
became an actor.
The stage.
The stage beckons everyone.
I must dance.
During the 1870s, he performed in popular border dramas that dramatized frontier adventures using genuine cowboys, Native Americans, expert marksmen, and horses. These productions blurred the lines between theater and demonstrations. So they were kind of theater, and there was sharpshooters, and there was kind of a lot going on.
Okay, yeah.
That is when Buffalo Bill Cody created his own traveling show, Buffalo Bill's Wild West. He retained the structure of the theatrical storytelling, but he moved it from a traditional theater setting out into an outdoor arena.
Okay, awesome.
These performances were fully scripted. Cody organized individual acts into a coherent narrative about the conquest and settlement of the American frontier. Famous episodes such as Pony Express rides, wagon train crossings, attacks on stagecoaches, and cavalry battles unfolded as scenes in an enormous historical drama. Narrators
Wow.
explained the action, military bands provided accompaniment, and elaborate advertising built anticipation before the show even arrived in town.
This is so Colosseum. This is
Yeah.
so like Romans watching chariot battles.
Yes, precisely.
I love it.
Theater is kind of all the same, and it kind of all comes back to all the things we've already talked about.
Yeah, right.
It's wild how everything intersects.
Why can't we just do new stories? Why do we keep having to do the old ones?
Right?
It's funny.
So the production borrowed heavily from both theater and circus. Like a circus, it featured really large casts, exotic animals, and impressive logistics involving hundreds of performers. At one time, as many as 1,200 performers at a time.
All right.
Spectators witnessed remarkable feats of horsemanship and marksmanship, and they watched these skills portrayed as essential tools for survival and for civilization of the frontier. This sort of combined realistic action with theatrical narration, music, costumes,
Yeah.
and spectacular staging, which created an immersive experience unlike anything audiences had previously encountered.
I like that it's a little nonfiction too. You
Yeah.
come to learn something.
Yeah, exactly.
Little bushcraft for you. That's
it's
so
a little
cute.
bit history.
It's a little bit history.
Yeah. This is where we meet sharpshooter Annie Oakley.
Oh, good.
At just 15 years old,
Had she gotten her gun?
Oh, just wait.
Oh.
At just 15, she entered a sharpshooting contest against a traveling pro, Frank Butler, and she won.
She kicked his butler.
She kicked his butler, which of course was a little embarrassing for him.
Yeah.
She then married him a year later.
Beat him at shots and then marry the
and
sucker.
then won his heart.
Uh-huh.
He would become her manager as her career would eclipse his.
Wow. Cool. All right, go off, Annie Oakley.
So here's a couple of Annie Oakley's famous tricks. She could split playing cards on edge from 30 paces.
What is split a card?
Split a playing card in half.
Oh, like shoot it
Yeah.
from 30 paces?
Yep, from 30 paces.
All right, cool.
She could shoot cigar ashes off her husband's lips.
Wait.
And she could hit dimes and glass balls tossed into the air with her
Wait,
bullets.
I'm sorry. I gotta go back. Shooting cigar ashes off her husband's lips.
Yes.
That's some trust.
And this is, of course, the plot of the musical, Annie, Get Your Gun.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Annie got her gun in the end.
Yep, she got her gun. She got the fella.
She shot cigar ash off of his lips and got him as well.
Yes.
You can get your man and get him too.
So Annie Oakley traveled around with Buffalo Bill's Wild West show for 17 years. Buffalo Bill, Annie Oakley, and many of their other cast members would become international icons. Another famous member of the group is Wild Bill Hickok, if you've ever heard of him. He's another sort of famous Western frontiersman storyteller fella.
Oh, awesome.
But this group would go on tours all over the U.S. and actually several tours of Europe, and they even delighted Queen Victoria.
Aww.
The show was wildly successful. Advertisements emphasized that many performers were real cowboys, scouts, or Native Americans who had participated in the actual historical events.
Sure.
Audiences believed that they were witnessing honest history rather than a highly fictionalized version of the events.
Okay.
Even though every scene was choreographed and was told from a very specific perspective. So these performances transformed complex historical events into simplified narratives of bravery, danger, and of course, good old American progress and westward expansion.
Yeah.
And
Gotta twist these stories quite a bit to make us look like the good guys.
Yep, and although these shows were dazzling, there is a really dark side to all of this.
Yeah, yikes.
So obviously, in the spirit of it being the 4th of July, I'm going to talk about all the things that were wrong with America at this time.
Yeah, absolutely.
Perhaps the greatest contradiction at the heart of these Wild West shows was the role assigned to its Native American performers. Hundreds of indigenous men, women, and children, many from the Lakota and other Plains nations, traveled along with Buffalo Bill's show, often finding opportunities for wages, travel, and relative freedom that was otherwise unavailable during an era of restrictive reservation policies. They performed horseback riding, dances, encampments, and demonstrations of daily life, giving audiences what appeared to be authentic glimpses of Native cultures. And yet, night after night, these same performers had to reenact attacks on wagon trains and stagecoaches and settlers before ultimately being defeated by soldiers and frontiersmen. They had to portray their own people as villains in narratives celebrating the conquest and military defeat that they or their families had actually endured.
Yeah.
This irony was especially striking in some of the performances that reenacted events like Custer's Last Stand, where Lakota and Cheyenne participants who had fought in the real battles, including the famous figure Sitting Bull, the real Sitting Bull, traveled around with this show.
Wow.
They were recreating history for audiences, but within a very specific framework that ultimately was affirming the inevitability and, of the American expansion, right?
Yeah, right. This happened and it'll happen again until we're all done. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
These shows required indigenous people to inhabit roles that were shaped by non-native producers, which reinforced stereotypes that reduced their complex societies to dramatic foils for the heroism of the American frontier.
Yeah, and it's not a stretch to worry that shows like this would have inspired more violence.
Yeah.
Or at least the glorification of that violence, which may be just as bad.
Yes. And even though they're looking at, real authentic displays from their culture, they're also looking at very non-authentic displays of their culture. And they're also looking at, them having to reenact something where their family members were potentially killed in this situation. Like, I can't even imagine how crazy that would be that you're simultaneously like you're getting paid the best wage you're going to get by doing this, but also you have to reenact this terrible thing that happened to your culture. It's just like,
I don't know, do you
wild.
Get like what I can't imagine the conflict of emotions that you would have if you had to do that.
So obviously, these shows are entertaining, but there's like real bad darkness going on at the core of it all. So now, to the American people, cowboys, settlers, and soldiers appeared as the heroes, while the Native Americans were generally cast as the villains, or at the very least, the obstacles to progress.
Yeah, right.
Modern historians argue that these performances greatly shaped public understanding of the frontier far more than textbooks or museums.
Oh,
So,
yeah, right.
Of course, this makes perfect
That's
sense.
still probably true. Yeah.
That's still the case. And although there's, some good in that people are getting more excited about history and more excited about, what's going on and current events, people are also getting a really incorrect view of what that really was.
And I don't know what schools are like today, but when we were in school, we were definitely taught an extremely sanitized version of colonization.
Yes.
Where like America wasn't necessarily the good guys, but there was nothing wrong with what was going on.
Yes.
I don't know how things are going now in schools. That's interesting.
Yeah.
We want to hear from social studies teachers. What's going on? What do you have to teach kids right now?
Yeah. How are you impressing upon them the fact that all of America and everything we're proud of is built on terrible trauma and the displacement of millions?
Yeah. Everything the light touches.
It's complicated.
My God, it is.
So, back to taking this a little bit lighter of a direction.
Yeah, right. When do we get to Blazing Saddles?
Right. So as far as the theatrical sort of qualities of this, massive outdoor arenas, thunderous gunfire, galloping horses, and carefully choreographed battles definitely created an immersive spectacle. So, I mean, it was a lot of fun to watch, even though it reinforced a lot of bad and harmful ideals.
Sure.
So this era of the Wild West shows is very specific. They ran from about the 1870s until about the 1910s and 20s. So what happened in the 20s and 30s, notably in the arts in America, movies, obviously. Right?
Very notable.
Very notably film, right? Early Western films borrowed directly from these Wild West performances.
Oh, yeah.
Preserving their stock characters, dramatic conflicts, and romantic visions of the frontier. As movies were on the rise and could reach a wider audience at a lower cost, the enormous traveling productions gradually disappeared. By the end of World War I, the era of the Great Wild West show had largely ended. There was still a few shows going on until about the 30s, but for the most part, it really died off quickly once film became a thing.
Yeah.
So then America had Western movies, which would be, of course, the next several decades.
Yes,
would
the
be
Clint Eastwood.
Exactly. The Clint Eastwood, the Westerns that would take over as, the next big thing.
Gosh, was Clint Eastwood ever on in Broadway? I feel like he would do a good job.
A simple Google search will answer this question.
I'm guessing no.
No, he has not ever performed on Broadway.
Get your shit together, Clint. Come on, Clinton.
He did direct the feature film adaptation of the hit Broadway musical Jersey Boys.
Okay. The pipeline has to exist somewhere.
Yeah.
Be a gritty Western star.
Big
direct
girls
a
don't
musical.
cry.
Well, Al, it's a new month, and we have been sponsored for a second month in a row by the same man, Matt Burka. This portion of today's episode is brought to you by Matthew Burka. For the next 45 to 50 seconds, Matt would like to list some things that are excellent. Decaf coffee, long-form static stretching, motorcycles, grape gum, campfires, friendship-based competitions, push-ups, The Great Gatsby, chunky peanut butter, waterproof Kindles, Eddie Bauer throw blankets, cheese curds, lasers, sunscreen, jigsaw puzzles, the Beatles, electrical tape, prunes, theater performances. Thanks, Matt.
Well, that was great. Thank you so much for sponsoring this episode. We really appreciate it.
I like at least half of those things. I like most of those things.
I like several of those things.
But for the purposes of this ad read, I like them all. Thanks, Matt.
5 minutes.
Thank you, Five.
All right, Trev, for our Thank You Five today, we're going to have a little standoff. Wah, wah, wah.
Okay,
A showdown.
It's blisteringly hot in the podcast studio right now.
Blisteringly
so
hot
I
up
think
here.
that we need to sink in.
Yeah.
Let the beads of sweat drip into our eyes. And really, really get gritty with it.
All right. Oh, my God, I got to hold on.
We
It's
got
hot
to get in
here.
the moment.
All right.
Get your twitchy trigger fingers.
Okay. I'm going to have a little showdown, little sharpshooter moment. Okay. I'm going to give us a category. And actually, we can go back and forth if you'd like to give us categories as well.
Sure.
We will say 3, 2, 1. We will fire off a word related to the category. And then we will try to find some common ground between our two words. And we go again until we both say the same word.
Pew, pew, pew.
All right. You ready?
Yeah.
Our first category, Americana. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Hot
Tom
dogs.
Cruise.
Ooh.
I was gonna say Aaron Copeland, but I forgot his name.
Wow.
So I just said Tom, and I had to finish it with something. But Tom Cruise is pretty good Americana. What'd you say?
Hot dogs.
Hot dog and Tom Cruise. Okay. Find something in between the two of those.
3, 2, 1.
The State
Movie
Fair.
theaters. Ooh.
Okay.
Okay.
There's got to be something here.
Okay.
Ooh.
3, 2, 1.
Drive-in
Popcorn.
movies. Oh, dang it. You're
3,
so right. Oh my gosh. Okay.
3, 2, 1.
Concessions.
Movies.
Ah, heck.
3,
2,
2, 1.
popcorn.
Cotton candy.
Can we reuse them?
3, 2, 1.
Corn.
Soda.
You were going too fast. Hey, corn and soda. We got this, right? So Americana.
3,
2,
2, 1.
Corn syrup. Yay!
Yes! Possibly the most Americana thing that we've said all day.
We figured it out. It wasn't even Tom Cruise.
Corn syrup.
Corn syrup.
Pew,
Corn
pew,
syrup.
pew.
My girl loves corn syrup.
I got the recipe.
All right, what's next?
All right, our next category, Hamilton.
Hamilton. All
3,
right.
2, 1. Powdered
Aaron
wigs.
Burr. Oh, he doesn't wear a powdered wig.
3,
2,
2,
1.
1. Shoes
Costumes.
with buckles.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Shoes with buckles and costumes. Shoes with buckles is the most costume shoes you can have.
Yeah.
All right, I think I
Oh.
got something.
Yeah, I think I got something. 3,
2,
2, 1.
Character
Pilgrims.
shoes.
Oh.
Okay. We went in different
Okay.
directions.
Yeah.
I see where you were
see
going.
I see.
Pilgrims and character shoes.
Okay.
Is there like a tap musical about pilgrims?
There's that one. Isn't there that one Star Kid scene where she's like, no, am I thinking of
Maybe.
something wrong?
Maybe it's from the Oregon Trail one.
Oh, maybe.
Hmm.
Okay, character shoes and pilgrims.
Pilgrim.
Okay,
Can we reuse things?
I feel like yeah.
Okay, we can reuse things.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1. Shoes with buckles.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. It's hot and my
It's
brain.
Okay, I think the real answer here is that there needs to be a musical about pilgrims
Yeah.
where they would wear character shoes. There isn't one. I don't
Yeah.
know. 1776? Does that count?
Yeah, that's probably the next thing we should
All right,
we should
3,
have said.
2, 1. 1776. Ooh,
There we
we
go.
did it.
Okay.
Pew, pew, pew. Maybe just one more of these.
All right.
I'm fading fast.
Me too. It's really hot in here. All right, our last category, Golden Age musicals.
Ooh, okay.
Ready? 3, 2, 1.
Singing
Tap
in the
dancing.
rain.
Oh gosh.
Okay.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
3,
2,
2, 1. Gene Kelly.
Okay.
There we go.
Heck.
Phew. It's really hot in here. We
Gene
couldn't
Kelly.
possibly do another one.
The most
and I've
American-
been cosplaying as Annie Oakley this whole time in this getup that's a little extra warm.
I
so
almost was wearing a jacquard vest.
I talked him out of it. It was too hot up
It
here.
was too hot. It was too Renaissance fair.
It was too Renaissance fair, and also it's 90 degrees.
This has been and will always be Amazing Technicolor Shit Show. Thank you so much for listening. Send us your stories. We got a little story submission form on our website at amazingtechnicolorshow.com. Otherwise, you can send them to our email at amazingtechnicolorshow@gmail.com.
You got through that one really quick because you were
Thank you.
highly motivated
It's
today
because
by
I'm
the
all
heat.
hopped up on adrenaline from this shootout we just had. If you like the show, go ahead and let us know with a review or a 5-star rating or a 10-star rating. Shoot us a review and a rating on your favorite podcast app. And tell your friends about us. If you did not like the show, then tell your enemies, and we will make them lay down with cigar ash on their lips.
So that I can sharpshoot it right off with all my
Yeah.
skills that I totally have.
Definitely 100% have.
Yeah, but we really trust me.
Our rinky-tink honky-tonk piano player is Paul Thelen, and our ghost town spooky, a stranger from another city.
The sheriff in town.
The sheriff in town. Yeah. The new sheriff in town stage manager is Daniel Schneider. Thanks again so much for listening. We wish you all the very, very best. And as always, whatever you're up to, be it on stage, off stage, or in your life,
Break a leg.
Amazing Technicolor Shit Show.